Hey guys, I'm going to explain how, in my mind, what I think we should do to eradicate the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic outbreak. Alright, so I hope some people are listening to this because this is something that we all should do globally. If we can get together, we can hunker down and we can shut everything off. We can actually get rid of this virus. Now, unless you don't want to, have more fatalities in overcrowded hospitals, we should quarantine everyone on the planet. Everyone. I mean, there's places that that aren't hit hard. You might have one case, something like that. They can do whatever they want if you only got one case. If it's isolated and they don't have any new cases popping up, then that's one thing. But to America, Italy, China, South Korea, any places that still have this virus running rampant, we need to do a 3-week quarantine. 3 weeks quarantined. Quarantine everyone. Make sure travel is shut down. No travel. No travel. No one coming into your borders, no one going out for 3 weeks. Now, this is the only way we can get rid of this virus. No one going outside, either essential personnel. I'm essential personnel. I was given a letter for law enforcement because I have a 24-hour, I'm in a 24-hour retirement facility, and I have to be here. But other than people as myself in law enforcement or in the healthcare field, and also other places that have essential personnel, they're fine. Just as long as when they're going out, they have to wear protective gear. Make sure they're all constantly wearing gloves or a face mask if possible. I can't even speak right now. It's late. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, I just had this idea. I'm like, why don't we just shut everything down? Every country whose virus is running rampant like it is, we should definitely take a 3-week quarantine. And what we should do first is for this week, because today is March 22nd, for this week that's coming in, we should have the week that we stockpile. Make it the week of stockpiling. All the stores, make sure you're fully stocked with all the things that everyone needs, and make sure you got toilet paper piled up, and make sure you have all the essentials, personal care, soaps, everything that you need, and make sure you have all the food that you need for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And during that 3-week time, you would stay in your homes. No one's going out. No one's going to any stores or anything for 3 weeks. If we do these 3 weeks, we can knock out this virus. Everyone wants to be out and party and da. And this virus is going in nowhere. It's not dying. It's not going to die. So that is a problem that's been going on not only in the United States but all over the world. I have to let these guys out. Give me a second, guys. Okay, step 1. Quarantine everyone. Every country that's affected for 3 weeks. Everyone's staying in their homes. This gives you the time through the incubation period. If anyone has symptoms, those symptoms are going to manifest. We should stop worrying about testing. Stop worrying about testing. testing is not going to help anything. All it's doing is making those numbers pile up for the CDC so people can see, oh, the numbers are rising. That's silly. That's silly. Forget about the testing. Everyone's going to stay home. If you start getting symptoms of this, you're going to have to ride it out at home anyway because everyone's going to be quarantined. So that'll bring us to if anyone is having complications. Wow. If anyone's having complications with this virus, that's when they would go to the doctors, and they would get the ventilators, things like that. That seems to be the worst thing about this virus is the breathing aspect. So that's what we're doing. We're staying home for 3 weeks. If anyone has complications, you're just going to go ahead and go to the hospital, and you will definitely let them know that they are symptoms of COVID-19, and then you would get proper care. So, and you definitely will let them know ahead of time that you have symptoms of this virus so they can properly wear their gear and be ready for you. They are too worried about testing, and they are just, this thing is getting out of hand. People are worried about the wrong things. You worried about the numbers piling up. I'm in Delaware County, and I think yesterday was at 23 people in my county who has the COVID-19, and I'm like, why are we worrying about how many people? This county alone has about 600,000 residents, and you're worrying about 23 people who have COVID-19. More people have the flu in this county than COVID-19. So stop worrying about this. But if you want to get this virus eradicated, shut it down. Every country, shut it down for 3 weeks. I can guarantee you we can weed out all the nonsense. There will be no gatherings at all. Only essential personnel is going to work. And if you need food, I suggest they would have food delivery companies still working, but they have to be just as suited up as the doctors when they deliver their food. So that's something that we have to do. We have to think about. If we can just hunker down for 3 weeks, is all it takes. We won't have all of these bodies piling up. We won't have all these overcrowded medical facilities. It won't get as crazy. And once we come out of that 3 week period, if anyone's still having like the symptoms of COVID-19 would definitely come out within a 3 week period. If you do have any symptoms of this virus after that 3 weeks, you're staying in the house, and you're going to ride out for another 2 weeks or so until you are not contagious anymore. So what did we learn today? 3 weeks, everything will be back together. If you don't do these 3 weeks, I can guarantee you we're going to have months and months and probably a year before it goes back to normal around here. So, like I said, after the 3 week period, if you got symptoms, they'll go out. Don't open the schools for 1 month. That gives us the 3 weeks plus another week of recuperation, and then you can reopen the schools within 1 month, and we will be good. I can guarantee you, we'll be good. We won't have to have bodies piling up. We won't have to have all that stuff. So I hope this video gets to people who really don't know what to do, because my job, they don't know what to do. They're making up their own ideas of how we should combat it. But people are still out in the world. They're still touching items. And that's another thing. Guys, if you don't want to get coronavirus, you're touching everything out here I'm like, people, they are touching handles. They are at the gas stations using their bare hands, and everybody's touching the handles. They're pumping the gas. You're pressing buttons with your bare hands. They're itching, they're rubbing their nose. You're going to food stores, the Wawa, any food store. You're grabbing that handle with your bare hands. I don't do it. I don't do it even when coronavirus wasn't around. So you got to make sure where you're putting your hands. Try to wear gloves you can. Use your sleeve of your shirt, of your jacket when you're opening doors. And guys, that's how we're going to get rid of this thing. If anyone has a cough at all, if you have a cough, don't go in public and start coughing and tell everyone that you have allergies. It's just not working. It's not working. This is the time where we should all say, okay, this might as well be considered freaking coronavirus if you're coughing. Because you don't know, and you're assuming that it's a freaking allergies. It's not. It is. Who cares? It's a cough. You can be infecting people as you're coughing, as you're walking, as you're touching handles. So that's the one thing we got to remember. I hope everyone listens to this. I hope everyone takes note of this. And we can definitely be done with this virus. We can definitely move on with our lives. And it does take a brief period of time to shut down and, get it all together. And I guarantee you by the summertime we'll be fine. So this is your girl Rose Black. I hope you guys have a good night and see you next time.